A town doesn't just disappear. Not families, not homes, not an entire settlement. And yet, this one did. No screams were recorded. No bodies were found. No battle was logged. Just silence. In the late 16th century, England planted its hopes on a small island off the coast of what is now North Carolina. A fragile outpost, barely supplied, surrounded by unknown land and unknown people. They called it Roanoke. Over 100 men, women, and children lived there. They built homes, they raised families, they waited. Then, they vanished. In 1587, Governor John White left Roanoke to fetch supplies from England. He expected to return in months. Instead, war delayed him. By the time White finally came back, 3 years had passed. 3 years. No letters, no warnings, no distress signals. Just absence. When White's ship reached Roanoke Island in 1590, the settlement was empty. Homes stood abandoned. Structures dismantled, not destroyed. No signs of struggle, no mass graves, no weapons scattered. It was as if the town had been carefully erased. But one thing remained, carved into a wooden post, a single word: CROATOAN. No explanation, no punctuation, just a name: CROATOAN. An island nearby, a native tribe known to the settlers, friendly, familiar. But here's the problem. John White had an agreement with the colonists. If they were ever forced to leave, they would carve a Maltese cross as a sign of danger. There was no cross, which means they left willingly, or they didn't think they were in danger at all. So let's slow this down. Over 100 people don't relocate silently. Children don't vanish without trace. A settlement doesn't empty itself without leaving something behind. No journals, no tools, no bones, not even a grave. And yet, England never found them. Not then, not later, not ever. Some structures were taken apart intentionally. Wood reused, supplies missing. This wasn't chaos. It was planning. But planning for what? And why leave behind the colony's most vulnerable? No ships, no record, no trail. CROATOAN. The word appears once, and then history goes quiet. No follow-up expedition reached the island. Storms intervened, ships turned back. Always something, always just before answers. Later reports claimed native tribes had members with European futures. Grey eyes, English surnames. Claims not proof, stories not evidence, but enough to make historians uncomfortable. Because if true, the colony didn't die. It dissolved. But there's another possibility, one rarely discussed without nervous laughter. What if the message wasn't a destination but a warning? What if CROATOAN wasn't where they went, but what followed them? No records explain the transition. No remains confirm survival. No documents close the case. Just a town that existed one day and didn't the next. Roanoke wasn't destroyed. It was conquered. It wasn't found. It simply stopped being there. and the only trace it left behind was a word carved into wood, as if someone knew they wouldn't have time to say anything else. Some towns are abandoned, some are forgotten, and some are never meant to be found.